sort of circulate on this was an idea that I thought of yesterday of too much, just enough. So too much, just enough. What I essentially mean by that is I find the best way to grow and the best way to learn is to go too far in one direction, come back to the middle because you realise you've gone too far, go too much in another direction and do the same thing. The best example that I could put forth for this is the fact that I spent a good year being essentially an incel. I basically just worked and studied and just did all of the incelly stuff for a solid probably 10 months straight like that. Nothing else really. And then I realised not too long ago that actually there's a requirement for my happiness for me to be able to do other stuff as well. So I pulled back from that. I didn't spend so much time in that realm. I noticed that the middle ground of doing sort of half of one and half of the other didn't work for me. So I pushed in the different direction. Coming back to what I was talking about with David Goggins, I pushed in the other direction of sort of being a little bit more free-flowing, a little bit more sort of not unregimented by any stretch, but doing more sort of following your whim type behaviour. I realised then that no, that doesn't work for me either. I need to bring that back in. And I realised that within this sort of system of going too far in directions, you can find balance by doing that. And interestingly enough, something I've been thinking about recently on the point of balance is we're very frequently told one of two things about balance. It is either that we need to live a balanced life in order to be happy, which I shall get to in a minute, or we can't live a balanced life in order to be happy. My proposal on this, or my sort of hypothesis, let's say, is that balance is not at 50%. It's not 50% play and 50% work. It's maybe 80% work, 20% play, or 70-30. I have found that there is a balance. There's a sweet spot upon which you're doing more work than you are your sort of necessary hedonistic behaviours, and that is balanced. But I think this idea sort of isn't propagated enough or promulgated enough, because we assume that balance means 50-50 because we've always understood it to be as such. I don't think that's the case. I think in many respects, if you can sort of split yourself where you're doing more good than, I don't want to say bad, because bad is not the right word for activities like going for parties. I made a video on that, go and watch it. But sort of for lack of a better one, you want to split yourself in that direction.